Peace. It's your boy Crack, baby. So by now, I'm figuring most of you seen my videos. You seen my prison videos. Prostitution in prison, pimping in prison, rape in prison. But you might not know my story. I touched on it, I think on the video I did, Snitching Ass Tony. How Snitching Ass Tony taking a stand on me saved my life. But here's my story. You know, was in and out of juvie from age 15 to 17. I was in juvenile detention about 5 times. On the 5th time, I went to prison. All right. So I was convicted for shooting Snitching Ass Tony, and was given 13 years, 8 suspended. Malicious wanton use of a firearm. That was the charge. But while I'm facing that charge, they're trying to serve me a murder case that I had absolutely nothing to do with. I was aware of the situation and what happened, but it didn't have anything to do with me, my peoples. It was just something that happened in the hood. And you know, when you in the hood, you know, whatever goes down, we all hear about it, right? But so they was unable to give me that. But they interviewed me, I think, 2 times for it. On the 3rd time, they pop up the same detectives, and then they sit down, I sit down. I'm thinking to myself, oh, round 3. How many times I have to tell these people I don't have nothing on that? I don't know shit about that. You know, the guy who got shot or whatever, I had no business with him, you know, but it was a white guy, so I guess that's why they were so aggressive. They trying to put it on somebody. And a 17-year-old, uneducated black teen, you know, what was their intentions? Give it to me. But you're not gonna give me what's not mine. Okay, but on this 3rd interview, they show up. One of them smiling, and he called out some names. I don't know the names. You know, most of the people I dealt with use nicknames. You know, I didn't even know the names they're talking about. But they say I have a witness, several witnesses that say you shot up so-and-so's house. They named the female. Now they got my attention. This was a situation, a robbery gone bad, basically. That resulted in the house getting shot up. So they got my attention, right? And I'm listening to what they're saying, you know, and I'm scratching my head about this witness thing. You know, they call it the latest name, somebody I went to school with. You know, I never heard her name. I don't remember her name anyway. I didn't call her that. But he said, yeah, this witness saying that you shot her house up, and at the time that the house got shot up, it was a total of 9 people in the house, 3 of whom were children. So the charge that was, you know, trying to convict me on was shooting an occupied dwelling. If the witness would have come to court, that charge would have more than likely been upgraded to attempted murder on 9 people. with the firearms charge. That means I was 17 facing 210 years. I was facing 20 years for the malicious wounding, plus 5 years for the use of the firearm. And if I was convicted on the shooting occupied dwelling and they upgraded it to attempted murder, that would have been 180 years plus 5 for the firearm. So I'm 17. At this time, I've already been certified to adult court, so I was shipped down to the jail. I'm on the juvenile tier, facing 210 years at 17. That is the absolute lowest time in my life. You know, I'm wilding though. I'm wilding. You know, I'm robbing cellmates. You know, people on the block with me. I'm robbing them. You know, getting into fights with the deputies. I'm just flipping. You know, because I'm thinking my life is gone. There's no way I'm going to skate on this. Right? So I end up getting shipped to Southampton receiving. I wasn't even supposed to go to Southampton. And I didn't know this until I came home. I had a lawsuit I didn't know about until I came home, and at that time, it was past the statute of limitation. I couldn't even pursue it. But they literally put my life in jeopardy. They put me in harm's way. You know, they sent me to a maximum penitentiary. And I only had a little more than 5 years. I had a high custody. But when they send you to a maximum institution, it's because you got a high custody, plus you have at least 10 years or better. But they was betting on me being convicted for the on the shooting occupied dwelling. And I wasn't convicted on it. You know, so I'm sitting up in Southampton with lifers, young lifers, people my age. I think the youngest guy there was a guy named Smoke. He was 16. You know, but everyone else there was, 18, 19, early 20s. And everybody in my crew got 20 or better. I mean, I think at that time Southampton was probably like 60% lifers. Well, how would I say it? 60% of the people in Southampton had better than 20 years to do. We all young. For the most part, we all uneducated. You know, we come out of special education and can hardly read and write. All we know is the projects. All we know is fighting. All we know is violence. And all we do is fight